we're talking about the first eye. And the reason I refer to it as the first eye is because it is the unseen, it is the spiritual, it is our connectedness with our allness. And so, therefore, in my way of thinking, it deserves that position of first. Reverend Michael, which you all know is one of my mentors, says that um, close your lion eyes, because our eyes that see, we're seeing the illusion, we're seeing the earthbound stuff, right? We're seeing what appears to be, we're seeing what is presented, but only through the first eye, that eye that allows us to pierce the veil and see beyond that which appears, only that eye allows us to see beyond. So I think you all will probably agree, although you don't have to, that first eye is a good designation for that. This is a Sanskrit symbol, and the Sanskrit name is Ajna. It means to perceive, to command, or to see beyond wisdom. So to see or have that which is beyond that which we see with the naked eye. The first eye is located in the center of the head. It's in level with our eyebrows. So the color of the first eye is indigo, which is beautiful. It's sort of a mixture of colors, right? So, but it has that deep blue violet hue. And it's for centuries, it's been used to represent spirituality and authority and sort of mystery. There's this undercurrent of intuition and sensitivity and insightfulness that goes along with the color indigo. This is the location of the first eye. These are some pictures that I pulled up from the internet. I love this one over here to the upper right. Both of them are very nice. The function of the first eye is learning to trust yourself. So Melissa and I had a conversation earlier this week, and we were talking about the psychosocial development stages that we go through in the human experience. And the first one is trust versus mistrust. So therefore, in the first, from infancy to 18 months, if a child doesn't learn trust, to trust those around them, and then we're going to also insert to trust themselves, then they live the rest of their time until they're able to heal that in this view of mistrust. So you run into people, it's like, I don't trust anyone. Well, they didn't fully develop that psychosocial stage. It also represents self-realization, knowing who you are. How many times do we say that, right? Inspiration and imagination. The energy of this chakra allows us to see and understand the inner and the outer worlds. It's associated with visions, clairvoyance, the ability to see chakras and auras. So it's really, really a powerful function, the first eye. The good thing about the first eye, too, is that it's part of that movement towards the heavens. Remember, we talked about from the heart down is our attachment to earth, and from the heart up is our attachment to heaven. So that's the one of the other functions. I like this too. I love when we can bring spirit and the physical together, because, we were taught so long, this is that and this is this in so many venues, and it's not true. So the pineal gland is this little organ right here. You can see the little circle. And if you look at this diagram down here that shows the whole brain and the skull, if you follow that little circle out to the left, you'll see that it aligns with exactly what we're saying the first eye is, right? And once again, we know that it's been called the third eye, but I explained that why we call it the first eye. It's located deep in the center of the brain, and its connection to light via the circadian rhythm and the melatonin secretion. So there's so many spiritual traditions that believes that it serves as a connection between the physical and the spiritual world. So we're right on time. When the first eye is blocked, what happens? When the first eye is not aligned or it's blocked, you lose your connection with your inner wisdom. So once again, going back to the conversation with Melissa about trust versus mistrust, you don't trust yourself. And so you'll feel it in your gut and you're like, but maybe I need to get another opinion. Maybe I need to check in with someone else. And so feeling that, you can feel lost or adrift. And then within it, you also feel this sort of off-centeredness within the brain and the eyes, and you may feel stuck in your day-to-day activities. That's when it's out of alignment. This is what we can do to open the first eye. So the first eye, third eye here is associated with light. So one of the things we can do is to sit in the light, sit outside, sit in stillness in the sunlight. Isn't it interesting that all the chakras take us back to nature in some way? Or we can relax in a window as the sun pours in. The first eye is associated with the color indigo, so we can eat indigo foods, including purple kale, grapes, and blackberries, and you see some others listed here. These slides will be available to you. This is another way. This is one of my favorite ways, you all. I love because all of the chakras are related to sound frequencies. So the sixth chakra, which is the first eye, responds to music at 720 hertz or higher. This is one that I found on YouTube that I really enjoy. So once again, when you receive this, just listen to it and see how it resonates with you. And then, of course, we know meditation works for a lot of things, most everything. So one of the best ways we can connect with our sixth chakra is to meditate. Hey. So Marian, who is Marcus's husband, set up a wonderful link tree for me. This is the link tree information. It has all the information about our meditations. It links you to the Instagram, the what else? YouTube, to the book, everything. So it's one space, one-stop shopping. I'm going to send this to you all so that you can pass it on and you can use it. You don't have to go to a whole lot of different locations in order to access information to our glorious selves. So this is vital. I'm so thankful. I want that on the record. I'm so thankful to him for that kindness. Happy Mother's Day to those of you all who celebrate it. And let's start our meditation. So remember the reason for this, right? So we've gone from bottom up. Our next chakra is going to be the crown chakra. But then we're going to come back and bring them all in alignment so that they're all recognizing and being in alignment with each other. So let's start our meditation with the what? What do we start with? The breath. So let's take a deep breath. And in so doing, remind yourself of your intention. Intention is everything. So just take that breath in, that cleansing breath in with the intention of aligning, of appreciating, for celebrating the first eye. Just hold on to that breath for a second. Just don't release it immediately. Hold on. And then now release that intention into the greater passage that we call place and space and time. And then like that one, let's take another breath and inviting the energy of vision and intuition and knowingness and wisdom. Invite that into this breath. And then hold it and allow it to fill the body temple. And then release it into all places and spaces that you will travel today and this week. By doing this, you are actually anointing everyone that you will encounter. How much easier will that make your passage and theirs? And then the third breath, the Trinity. Let's take that one. And fill it with the intention of wisdom, knowing who you are and whose you are and your stance in this wonderful experience called human life. And hold that. And then share that generously to all that you love and all who love you, and then share it beyond to those that you might have some feelings of conflict with. Share it with them. And then move into that place of quietness, of knowing and knowing that you know. That place that you came into this world with, that trusting of self, that alignment with source, that knowing the truth and being willing to be impeccable in it. Move to that space. And then open that light that we've identified between the brows that's called the first eye. And let's invite your guardians, your angels into that light and allow them to show you that which you know to be true. Just sit with that for a moment. Sit with the light. Allow it to resonate, to pulse, to expand. Allow yourself to see yourself as you truly are, which is how our Mother Father sees you. Allow this to be the moment of alignment where you are committed in this moment never to step away from the truth about you ever again. Allow that, please. Allow yourself to see yourself as a radiant light of God. Yes. Allow yourself to see yourself as God in the flesh, a representing of God, a representing of God here on earth. Allow that, please, in this moment. Clear any unnecessary, unclean, unfiltered thoughts about you and clear the images that have been implanted from others. This is you. Radiant light, representing God. holiest of holy. And sit in that. Invite that. Recognize that. And refuse anything else. See the light expand across your forehead and form a covering over your head so that every part of your thought process is infused in the light, in the love, in the knowingness, in the awareness of who you are. I challenge you in this moment, right now, to hold this vision of you. For today, perhaps for tomorrow, extending maybe this week, and maybe allowing throughout all time. See yourself as God sees you. Take a breath. Moving back into the body now. Recognizing the change that has taken place in the thought process. Being willing to say yes to you. Keeping the light eternal. And another breath, please. Acknowledging yourself in the body temple. Moving your hands and feet. Animating, reanimating. And then gently opening your eyes.